What's good, Footy Culture fam? My name is Matthews, aka Matosino, aka the same man that started Juve's dominance is the same man that ended it. And today, we're coming at y'all with episode 33 of the Footy Culture podcast. Once
Let's
again,
go.
I'm joined today by Jay,
Benjamin Pavard in the cut.
Not even close.
Chris,
Hello.
Shalom, Dan and Dave.
Shalom.
What's up, guys? What up? What up?
Last but not least, man like James.
Howdy.
Salute.
All right, boys. So on the chopping block for today, we got riots at Old Trafford. We got La Liga title race. We got unreal red card fiasco at Lyon and Monaco, and many more. So without further ado, let's start off with some Serie A talk. Let's start off with that
Serie A
Juventus
correspondent.
game. Chris, tell us about that Juve game, man. It was a close one, eh?
It was close, and I'm gonna take that dub, even though we did not deserve to win at all. terrible game from Juventus.
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah, we'll start off with McKennie fouling. I think it was DePaul, and then right off the bat, well, it was like the 10th minute? Yeah, it was 10th minute.
10th minute, yeah. That was early in the game.
They're completely lost. They're complaining to the ref. I think it was DePaul and McKennie's just standing near the ref. DePaul kicks it fast to Molina. Molina with a beautiful strike. Szczesny couldn't do anything about it. He got foot on it, but it was too powerful of a strike.
Free kick taken quickly, bro. And then bang.
That's why they train in them as a youth, man. Just to make sure they get someone on that ball early so no one takes advantage of that quick play.
Man, whoever gets
that Trent corner.
Yeah, the commentators were like, "Oh, that's a schoolboy error." It's true.
It's true.
It is. But Juve has been doing this all year. They lose concentration on set pieces for some reason. On corners, free kicks, from anywhere on the field. Even from first minute, 45th minute, like they get lost sometimes. And at that point they were lost.
They were lost
Easy
the whole
goal.
game until the final couple minutes.
Oh,
Final 10 minutes. It was, I think, 80th minute where like Juve had scored his goal. I don't know I don't know what you saw, Spatty, but from what I saw a Juve team that had no midfield, that had no structure.
Man, that's what we've been seeing every week.
No structure whatsoever. There was like legit no mid in my eyes. There was so much
mid.
There wasn't much of anything going on.
DePaul was holding the ball in the mid, like he was just
ran the
relaxed. He was relaxed. The whole Udinese team was relaxed. Like they knew they had the mid controlled. Like it was legit a Ronaldo game and a De Ligt game because they're the only guys that are putting in the pressure. Everyone else, like,
bro, Cristiano didn't even do that much, man. Like he wasn't that.
Not until the last 10 minutes. He didn't do much.
Yeah, until
it was also a Udinese defense crumble at the last couple.
Bottled it.
Yeah.
That
free kick handball. Like, why are you putting your arm out first like that? Like,
I think he knew it was going top bin, so he kind of put his arm there.
But it's for that to go top bins. That was going around the wall. If that goes around the wall like that,
I looked like it was going in.
I don't know. Maybe the keeper didn't set up his wall properly. But Ronaldo doesn't have like those shots. Ronaldo's free kicks aren't really like a bending shot. They're more of like just a strike down, right?
You never know with Ronaldo. That would look like it was going in.
And then this is a moment where they absolutely needed Ronaldo. This is for literally top four. Like, you lose this, Pirlo's out. Like, your whole team is in shambles. You have a possibility of not making top four now because although Atalanta and Napoli tied, AC Milan still got the dub. And you got Lazio who got the dub. So there's teams that are still close by. You can't lose this game.
These are the moments where Ronaldo steps up, and he stepped up.
Yeah, he got the free kick, got the handball, got the penalty shot. I don't ever expect Ronaldo to miss. Like, he'll obviously miss sometimes, but when he steps up, like, I just expect it to go in. It's he's
Ronaldo,
just
mate, going in.
It was a nice shot. That goalie had nothing. That goalie had nothing on him.
No,
chose the right angle too. Chose the right side. Sorry.
Holy, I didn't really look. I'm looking at the table right now. So 34 games for
close.
everyone. Right now, Atalanta, Juve, and AC Milan are all titled 69 points. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And then you got
Napoli would have been there too if they didn't bottle it today.
Yeah, it's so true. They drew, and Atalanta drew today too. Man,
but then don't lose sight of Lazio. They still have a game in hand with 64 points.
Yeah.
So they win that, they go up to 67 points. Then there's still three games left in the.
Lazio have been on really good form lately too, man.
Yeah, Lazio's a tough team to beat right now. But the Juve game, I was pulling my hair out. It was Oh my god! Until those last 10 minutes, I was literally so pissed off. I like whenever someone was talking to me during the game, I was just like, I wouldn't answer because I was so pissed off.
No. But
Yeah,
even
like-
for that second goal, like the goalkeeping was just.
It
You
was.
gotta save that.
I
It
feel
took
like
a deflection.
yeah, it took a deflection off the defender because Ronaldo headed it, but it hit off the defender and then it went through his legs, right?
Yeah, like,
It was-
I'm
it
sure
was-
he would have had it.
It was unfortunate. It was a little bit lucky. Yeah, it was a little bit lucky.
It
I'll
was
just say
lucky,
it.
but I think Ronaldo deserved that. I don't know.
Yeah, Ronaldo does not deserve to
You-
finish bottom.
Juve doesn't deserve it.
Fourth.
Juve doesn't deserve that win, but Ronaldo deserves that win because he
Yeah, I would say
put
yeah,
so
and
much
him and Delict, like
he
you
put
said.
so much effort in the end. Like the last 10 minutes, he was dropping back to try to get the ball. He was trying to create, but like the
Yeah.
crosses that like Danilo and like Cuadrado were having in the beginning of the games, like they were horrible crosses. They couldn't
Yeah,
even they
they were
couldn't
rough.
they couldn't even like go over a player, man. Every time.
The worst crossing player on the team was Bentancur. This guy was sending balls to no one the whole
Oh my
game. I don't know
gosh,
what he did.
that guy is horrible.
Corrupt.
Everyone,
He's
everyone
good defensively, but other than that,
Arguably your best mid this season.
Bentancur. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's because McKennie, Artur couldn't stay fit this whole season. Or
I
the
saw a
Prem
lot
focus.
of Juve fans on Twitter today talking about how McKennie isn't good enough to start for Juventus.
This Juventus team, I would say he is, but hopefully in the summer they make signings. I don't think, I don't want to say he won't be good enough, but I hope he's not good. I hope he's not our best midfielder.
But
'cause
that,
we
but that's
should
no.
have
But
better
the
players than
question. You're running a 3 in the mid.
No, they're running two.
No, two.
Two in the mid. Okay,
That's why I think-
you buy 2 new midfielders then, right? Because you're not going to keep anyone there. Hopefully,
Yeah.
you signed 2 midfielders. You said one of them you just said was going to be DePaul. That's what you would like. Not that they're going to
I
sign.
don't think so anymore.
You don't like him?
No, I don't think they are. I don't think they're going to sign the.
Okay, but who
I think Leeds wants him.
Off to Milan?
Leeds and Milan are probably going to be
Leeds,
favorites.
yeah.
who are Juve's like top signings that they're like looking for?
Prospects.
I think Locatelli is like the favorite right now because they're like in talks already. I'm pretty sure.
But that's if you buy 2 midfielders. If you buy Locatelli, then who are you going to pair Locatelli with?
I'm sure they're going to buy another midfielder. I'm not too sure who. They had talks about Awar. I don't know about Awar. I feel like he's a little bit overrated. Doesn't really start in any Lyon games I've been like checking on. Like I don't know. It hasn't been the starting lineup, but I don't know. That could be wrong in that one. But there's Savic and then obviously Pogba, which I don't know if that's going to happen.
No.
Pogba.
That's not happening.
You're alive.
Yeah. But no, but you obviously you see talks of that everywhere. I'm just saying that the names that come up.
Yeah.
Those would be the 3, and then DePaul is also thrown around, but he's not looking likely. I would love DePaul, but it's not looking likely.
You got to worry about the manager, though.
Yeah.
Something I did notice after that Ronaldo goal, you could just see the look in Pirlo's eyes. Wow, I think you just saved my job.
Yeah, it's for
Yeah,
real.
he ran over to celebrate
Yeah.
with them, and he got a yellow card for it.
Yeah.
Are you worried about Juve's chances of making Champions League?
Of course. It's so
Do you
close.
think
It's
you think
still
they can
close,
go?
man. It's still close.
I think they can. Okay, so the thing that I think Pirlo's a great tactical coach, but the thing is that's wrong with him. He's not a player coach because you can see it. There's no one that's
Really?
motivated on the team. The only player that's motivated are the players that motivate themselves, which is 2 players, Ronaldo
Delict.
and Delict.
Yeah, because those guys are
Only
literally
2
just
players that
they live off
could
the
motivate themselves.
they motivate themselves all the time.
They're captains. So that's what captains do. And then when Chiellini plays, he helps motivate the team as well. But today, only Delict and Ronaldo were motivated to play. Like Dybala was not motivated. He got
Yeah.
taken off the 59th minute or something like that. But
It's
like,
usually the opposite with these former professionals turned managers. They're
Yeah.
usually more of the man manager instead of the tactical manager.
But you could see it in the way Pirlo played when he was a player. He was
Yeah.
more relaxed.
He was more
He
relaxed.
had Rino Gattuso beside him. That was the guy motivating
Yeah.
players.
yeah.
pretty much, yeah.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Like you could tell like Pirlo's the one who's more calm and doesn't really talk much. Like instead of like Guardiola, where Guardiola's screaming at his players the whole time, just telling him to do this,
Yeah,
do
he's
this, do
both.
this. But Pirlo doesn't. Pirlo just doesn't talk much. He doesn't, and you could
Yeah.
tell like he doesn't. You don't see the passion. You can tell. You know he has passion for the team, but you can't see it when he's on the sidelines.
Yeah,
he
he doesn't
doesn't
show it.
scream. Like you don't see him like going crazy or screaming or anything like that.
Yeah, you
definitely-
can just imagine like his halftime talks.
Yeah, I
are they
know.
that motivational?
Bro,
I don't know.
I'm telling you right now, it's him saying a couple words and then Ronaldo going to everyone. let's go, pass me the ball.
Vamos, vamos.
I could tell it's that. I just have a feeling, man.
It's
Dai
probably
ragazzi!
Yeah, for
It probably
sure, bro.
is.
But he's also like half naked because he's taking off his shirt and everything.
He's taking halftime picks.
Yeah,
Why you
bro.
looking
That wasn't necessary. You didn't have to ask that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
So Max, speaking of Cristiano, bro, I just want to say a serious discussion is needed on Cristiano Ronaldo. Juventus went from a squad that are winning Serie A every year, reaching the UCL finals, every few years, every so often, occasionally, into a squad that are fighting for Europa League and never went beyond the UCL quarterfinals since his move. So this brings me to my question. Because of this Ronaldo signing, will we see teams now in the future being a little reluctant on splurging on one player instead of, kind of allocating that cash towards the rest of the team and spending it on multiple players? You guys see that happening?
Well,
I think-
there's
go ahead.
a lot of teams out there who do spend their money wisely. Also, teams who don't spend their money wisely. But like the two biggest examples would be like the teams that are in the Champions League right now. Look at Man City and PSG. One team spends their literally $700 million on two players. Meanwhile, one team is spending it on like all their players that they have on the squad. The most expensive player that was sold, who was Neymar, right now. What did he go for? $200 million.
I think Neymar and
Something
Mbappe
like that,
are
yeah.
too, no?
Right. So like that's the PSG side,
Yeah.
like where like they'll spend their most of their money on like two players that are obviously world class players. The rest of their team are average players, maybe a couple here that are really competitive, like footballers. Like Verratti, who's not world class, but he's a good footballer. Like he's a good midfielder player. Like any team would love him, Verratti in their squad. But again,
world class.
he's not the best midfielder out there. But again, he's a player that can definitely work alongside with Neymar and Mbappe. But then you have their other two midfielders who are average, getting players that were not wanted in other teams, like Herrera, wasn't being played much in Man U, now in PSG. Paredes wasn't doing much. Where was he before? In Serie A, right?
Yeah,
I
And
think
then-
he was at Zenit.
no?
Zenit.
Paredes?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was at
Yeah,
Roma,
Zenit.
then Zenit, and then he went to PSG.
Right? Like that's a different move too. Like from a Russian side, Zenit, like not a, and then going to PSG, which wants to go out and win trophies. Like you expect these teams to kind of pick up the best of the best, but right? Obviously, depends on what they have in their pocket, how much they can really spend. Their defenders too. You have Marquinhos, who's been world class. They've had him for a long time. They bought him for cheap. But it's also like where to spend your money, right? If you want to buy a player who you know has a good future, or if you want to spend your money now and get someone who's like good now, right? And then you have Man City, who are like buying players that are quality for a lower price that they can maybe develop a little bit more, and have some prospect that are lucky enough to like actually spend the
Lower
money
price.
at lower-ish price. But again, these teams have a lot of money to spend. But when you have teams who don't, they need to be very careful.
Going off their bank accounts, that's lower. Yeah.
But again, going off their bank account, one team really spends a lot on two players, one team spends a lot on the whole squad, but they're both competing on the same level right now. But comparing that to teams who don't have that so much money in their pocket, or they need to be very careful of what they spend, it's a little bit harder. And I feel like you shouldn't maybe work a little bit more on your like academy team and developing players than spending a lot more money on one player, where I can see how Juve maybe suffered a little bit. Because Juve too, like a lot of people say, like Juve sell all their youth, sell them away, and then buy them back, right? That's how you're making money there. You're selling them for cheap and buying them back for more. Like, doesn't really work like that. That's poor business.
It's because their owner's a businessman. That he sees someone offer like 20-30 million for one of their youth players, he just sells them off.
Right, and that's
like,
the thing.
Like he did for Kane.
That's pure profit, right?
Yeah, that's all he
It's a
does.
vulture capitalist mindset, bro.
But like, imagine a Kane on your side right now. Like a Kane, he's not the greatest footballer, but like what he's been doing so far in Liga, maybe he'd be, I don't know, maybe better than Morata or same as Morata. Like, how much do they spend on Morata?
He's on loan.
He's on loan, right? That's the
I
thing.
think there's like a 30 mil buy option or 40.
No, I think it's 45.
Right,
Yeah, something like that.
So same thing with Juve, like, right? They're getting a lot of those players for free. Are they good enough to be starting in your squad? Like, that's the thing, right? It's either you buy one player for high and get really low players for cheap, and see how your team does, or you just kind of like average it out to the whole squad and get some decent players for a decent amount of money.
Yeah, which Well, from Juve's perspective, they used to do that back in like the Conte Allegri days when they brought in all these like decently aged players, as in like Vidal, Pogba, like those type players who rose in the team and became starters week in, week out, and became stars on that team.
Mhm.
But now they went on and sold all those players, bought in Ronaldo, and now you can see the rest of the team fading off because they don't have money to spend on the rest of the team. Like you can see the midfield, all free transfers pretty much.
Yeah.
And they're all shit. They're all shit.
And you can compare them. You can compare them to Inter too, because Inter bought a lot of players, but of age and not so much. Like they're quality players, but cheap because they're of their age too, right? Like no one's gonna spend so much money on a player who's literally gonna be retired in the next 3, 4, 5 years.
Yeah.
Right, but they're quality players at their time right now. And look, Inter win the scudetto.
Yeah.
Right. It's either it's if you're thinking long term or if you're thinking short term. I'm sure Juve had their long term of trophies already, 9 years. This would have been their 10th. 10 would have been great, but again, there's also a rebuild stage for every club, right? It's hard to really stay at the top with the amount of money you're going to be spending.
Let me ask this quick question. Are Juve still the most attractive team in Italy for players to come join?
If they make top 4, yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, if they make top 4, yeah.
Right now,
Man,
right now, I don't know. It's hard. Right
now it's got to be Inter, bro. Like
it's Inter.
Just won the Serie A. You have a great coach in Conte. Like, what else, man? What else can you ask for?
Milan is
Milan.
Even Milan too. Like let's say it's chaos. I'm not gonna say Chris because Chris is obviously a Juve fan, but like I don't know. Like if I was given an option to go to any of these teams and I was getting the same wage, same everything, and let's see, do you want to go for a team who can likely grow and become something big, or do you want to go for a team that's like maybe a little bit going downhill? I might need a little bit of rebuild stage. Like, who do you really pick, right? Of the top 4 teams right now, you're getting paid the same amount of how like the culture is in the club, how the management is being done, how the players are built around you. What team would you choose?
Yeah, even though I'm wearing this kit, I still think it's like Inter. Like,
yeah, it's gotta be.
You see a guy like Lukaku who like was on a downward trend when he was at United, went to Inter, resurgence. People see that. He's dominating the league. They got a title. Best coach in the league. It's tough.
Yeah.
Tough not to be Inter.
The only caveat with Inter right now, at least or with Conte rather, is just no European success. Not too good in Europe, so that's the only
But
problem.
do the other guys?
Yeah.
That's
Conte
right.
is known for not doing good and well in Europe, right?
I think people like Conte. You know, the players look like they like him a lot.
The thing
Yeah.
He's definitely a player coach.
But the thing with
100%.
the thing with being really competitive in Europe and in the league is just also depth, man. Like it's hard. Like I know I'm gonna say like it's hard because again there's a lot of teams right now who are not a lot of teams, but say you were Madrid, like their depth isn't the greatest right now. They dealt a lot of injuries. They don't have the all-star players right now. Like their team is still a good squad with quality players, but they don't have the depth, right? They can't switch a Modric for someone else. You can't switch your 2 defenders for someone else. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm getting rid of Benzema up there. Like, who do you have to replace? But fortunate for them, like they've had injuries, but they were able to come so far in the league and in Champions League. Maybe if they had saying that they had a little bit of an easier run in the Champions League a little bit. Same Chelsea too. Like Chelsea, they have a deeper role. Same thing with PSG. PSG is not so deep, but they were able to come so far because of Mbappe and Neymar. And then when you come to City, City's a perfect squad. Like they're doing so well in the league, and they're doing so well in Champions League because of their depth in their squad, right? When it comes down to it, like a team who can do so well in both kind of has to have a really deep squad, or you either choose one or the other. And I feel like Conte really did focus on the league more because, again, it comes with injuries, right? Like I'm sure Hakimi was injured a couple of games. He's really a star player who needs to be playing every single weekend, week out. Same thing.
Yeah, and they only had Eriksen starting for half a season. That's when they really started taking.
And that's the thing. Eriksen really blew up after the league game, right, against Milan. That was really like his
Free kick.
that free kick. That free kick like really brought them to the next stage against Milan there, and like from then on, like he was consistent. But like I would say it's a little bit of luck, but it also comes down to management. Like if you really decide, if I don't have the depth, if I don't want to risk the players, I can't be picking here or there. Like look at Milan, right? They're so well in the league. AC Milan, they're doing so well in the league. They're also doing decent in the Europa League. But when it came down, they started dealing with injuries. They dropped out of Europa League. They started losing points in the league. And look at them now. They're still fighting. Maybe if they do make top 4 or not.
Yeah, they tired themselves out.
And it's smart because
They're
look at
running one
Conte.
team.
Look at Conte. He did this. They came on in fourth in Champions League in their group, but look, they won the title. And I think that's really something to be proud of, because you kind of brought down a dynasty that's been winning for 9 years in a row. You kind of were brought to a team. We were given like a little bit of money to spend, and you brought the right players to kind of do the job. As much as you didn't do Champions League, but then hey, I want the scudetto. Okay, if we don't win it next year, at least it's still a fresh Serie A win. You know what I mean? It's not like we're gonna winning every year, but maybe next year we'll focus in Champions League, and why not win Champions League next year and don't win scudetto? That's great.
I think it definitely helped that they got knocked out of the Champions League. You guys think it would have been different if they're still in it? Like, not if they're still in it now, but like if they went past that round.
Because you can see sometimes when they did have to deal with injuries, they definitely lost some points. But again, like they were still fighting for top left.
Because at the end of the day, you don't go into
they're pretty much top 2 all season.
You don't go in the Champions League thinking, oh, I'll go for the league instead. Everyone wants to win the Champions League. Everyone's more focused in the Champions League, right? Like until like you realize, you know what, we probably don't have a chance. Okay, it's focused on the league, but Inter obviously were focused in Champions League. Obviously, once they got kicked out, their only thing to worry about mostly like is the league, right? So I think that really helped them out, and having the depth of their squad, they were able to rotate a lot of players, the wing backs for sure, but they still played Lukaku a lot, which you can tell is why they won, because Lukaku was gross in this league.
Like it's
in the season.
Why wouldn't you play him a lot, right?
It's definitely hard to win both. It's like what Messi is going to be able to possibly do this season is going to be ridiculous, but they have the depth for it. Like we'll always say, Man City depth is crazy. They have the money, right? But if you got to choose, like which one is kind of like the harder one to win, like the Champions League or the Europe or your League Cup, or your league, sorry.
It's harder to win the league, in my opinion, because
you got to be consistent throughout 38 games.
Yeah, like with a cup, like yes, like obviously you got to have a great stacked team, but like there is a lot of luck that you could ride with. Like the easiest example is Chelsea in 2012 in the Champions League. Their team sucked, and they won the Champions League. So like with the league, you got to be consistent, like week in, week out. Like injuries are hampering you. Like I'm gonna say league.
Yeah, because even Di Matteo in that season too, Di Matteo took over the team like halfway through the season, didn't he?
Yeah. Days of this year's Tuchel.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like, definitely something to be, because the league has other factors to it too. It's not only if you're doing well. It depends on, again, if you lose that game and if the rest of the league is really working towards your favor, right? Because everyone's facing everyone twice. There's always going to be competition. Injuries are going to be really a big factor. But again, when it comes to tournaments, it is one or two games past the group stage, obviously. But again, it comes down to how your league team's going to be placed into the tournament. If you're going to have the easier route through it, which is your competition? Is your competition really going to be up against a really top level team or not? And then whether are they going to have injuries or not as well, right? So it definitely is hard for both. And again, it always comes down to injuries. But again, league is definitely much harder for me.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. But it's similar, but it's more manager based. So I'm gonna make Conte as like the head focus of this. So yeah, we all, as we just talked about, he's not great in European competitions. But yes, he did make it with Italy all the way to the finals in the Euros. Is he like, are managers who don't win European competitions kind of underrated? Because Conte took Juventus, a 7th place Juventus to win. How many did he win with us? 4 Scudettos. Then he took a 4th place Chelsea to win the Premier League. Then he came to take Inter to win the league, to beat Juventus for their 10th. Like in my opinion, I hate the way he coaches, but in my opinion, he's one of the best managers in the world right now. He just gets kind of underrated because he doesn't have that UCL or whatever. He's not great in Europe, right?
You're right. They definitely are underrated because people are still giving Pep a little bit of flack that he hasn't taken City to that UCL yet. So as many league titles he's winning, like people want to see that like UCL in your hands to really get that GOAT, like top tier manager ranking.
But I feel like Pep is given a lot more respect. Not because that's saying he's not due for the respect. He definitely deserves respect a lot. But again, he still hasn't won the UCL, but you still hear more of Pep over coaches like Conte, over coaches like who else can I come bring in there? There's like Zidane. Zidane, like again, he's done so well. Like
Yeah, but those coaches coaches some of the best teams of all time. Like they like Zidane has those 3 UCLs under his
Zidane's a bad example I gave. I don't know.
Like Pep Guardiola has that Barcelona team that he took to win the UCL. Like teams like this, he has those teams under his pocket.
You can't really
Conte
compare.
doesn't have
you
a
can't
good
really,
team.
you can't really compare. You can't really compare a Conte to anyone else because Conte too, like he's won so much, but still hasn't reached like club level football to the max or Champions League, right? So
Yeah, Conte is definitely like a little underrated. Like this guy has 5 league titles in his last 7 seasons, and I was coaching for Juve, Chelsea, and now Inter.
Yeah,
so that's something you gotta take into consideration, right?
Actually, really good. Yeah.
Every time he took over, they were not the top team in the league.
Yeah, true.
Are they gonna make signings this summer or not? It's gonna be hard, right? Because again, like there's so much going to come down to like money with teams and stuff. Because there's still COVID going on. There's still ownership problems going on around the world.
Inter don't need anyone though.
But if Inter want to
get a center back,
if Inter want to compete in Champions League next season,
say too. Like I don't know about like if like when we were talking about like how like what clubs you'd want to go, like players would want to go to. I swear Inter having like some pretty bad financial issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
I swear, like a lot of their players like aren't getting paid.
Doesn't Hakimi? Don't they want to sell Hakimi?
They haven't paid like a lot of their like I guess transfer fees to other teams and stuff like that. Like they're doing like a lot of like I guess like promise to pay.
Isn't this league title gonna give them some low extra cash?
Yeah. They'll probably have enough now.
It really depends like how much, right? Because if you think about like a lot of their operating income is not going to be coming in like from fans, from like a lot less like like stadium sales and stuff like that, ticket sales. So that's even if they win the league title, a lot of that's probably going to go towards paying that staff that's not there and dealing with those losses. So it'll be interesting to see. But I think they definitely have a pretty solid squad to maybe do it again.
Yeah, like
they have a lot of depth.
They definitely have players who are
take on more sponsors.
They definitely have players who are in form right now, and if they start up Champions League fresh next year, like they might be able to compete in the group and then maybe move on to knockout stages. So
So what will take Inter to a CL contender level? Like, what do they need?
I think bringing Eriksen in halfway through that. I think Eriksen was what they were missing in Champions League.
Yes, yeah, I feel so too.
Eriksen turned the team on. He didn't play in the Champions League knockout. He didn't play a game. He turned that Inter team into an absolute monster. They haven't lost in such a long time since he's been on this team.
So this current team could contend?
I think so.
I don't think like contend.
Yeah.
I think like they could contend.
Maybe
I believe so too, man.
Maybe because
like, they've got this instilled confidence now with Conte, bro. They just won the title. All it needs like maybe like a few more squad players, a few bench players to fill the roles in.
Yeah.
To add some more depth into the team, and then possibly they can challenge, right?
Probably, yeah. They have a solid side. They have a solid side. They needed to find a really like their competitive form or their like top level form, right?
They just had to find their consistency because they're in the beginning like they got Eriksen half during not the summer signings, January transfers. Oh my gosh,
that was last year. That was last season.
Yeah, he's been there for
but like
a while,
he wasn't, but he wasn't like
really
he just hasn't been playing. Like the beginning of the season, didn't play much.
Yeah,
there was rumors
when he played, they played him as a second striker, and he couldn't play that, or they played him in a position that he wasn't familiar with. Yeah. Now they kind of switched him to an 8 position, and he's kind of thriving there.
And there was rumors in the beginning too that he wanted to leave. He wasn't happy, like. And then suddenly,
I think he was going to leave in January. I think, but I think literally that free kick goal literally just turned it around for him.
Bro.
It was literally one of those moments that like kind of
it just
you know what, maybe he'll stay now. Yeah.
It wasn't just for it. It's just more for like himself. Like he needed that goal. Like he needed he needed to bring Inter like that win so they can go to the next round. Like that win was like when we saw it was like shit. Like that was it was like last minute too, right?
Yeah,
everyone was going crazy. Like that was when the thing got his red card. Zlatan got his red. There was that fight with Lukaku. Like that was like the big like middle finger to Milan there, and it's such a derby match too. It was like crazy.
I think the thing with Conte too. I think he's really good. He as Spatty said, he's a man manager. He's a player manager, and you can tell that with Eriksen because Eriksen at Tottenham he was more of a 10, right? He wasn't an 8. He would stay up more than anything. He was an attacker. He would wait for the rest of his defenders or midfielders to defend. He would be the one that stayed up the most. Conte definitely put that into his mind that he has to come and defend. We defend as a unit. We defend as one. They attack more, and the formation they play, they have to rely on everyone to come back, right? Because they play with the 3 in the back, wide wing backs. So I think Conte just was a good fit for Eriksen to like switch his mentality and switch him up to know that you have to play as a team. You have to come back, and I think Eriksen was able to realize, like, you know what, that's true. I have to switch the way I play as well to better perform for the team, and I think that's what showed.
Yeah. And he scored yesterday too.
He did? Oh, shit.
Yeah, he keeps getting on that score sheet.
So
but someone who's not that in good form is that team who lost in Europa League. Our only team left in Europe is Roma. They got absolutely sauced by Sampdoria.
Where's all this banter now? Me getting
Mario?
Attacked, man. Like, man, saying you're gonna come out here and beat Man U. Please, you got 2 lucky goals, and now you guys are down 2-0 against the Sampdoria.
They got outclassed by Sampdoria. Sampdoria played with more possession, more shots, and just more intensity. They couldn't do anything against Sampdoria. That's all I want to say about that Roma game. That's the whole, like, I don't know what's wrong with them. But
I don't know, man. They're not going to be making your Champions League championship football next season either. So,
bro, they're gonna be playing in the Conference League, man.
I don't even know if they are, because Sassuolo might pass them now. So,
jeez, man. But man, Inter champions, Inter campeones.
Inter merda.
Inter.
Would you guys say this is the start of an era for Inter?
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
I think this is the start of the Serie A coming back.
Yes, that's what it is. Serie A needed this a little bit because it did bring a little bit more of like viewership when it came to like more competitiveness.
Let's be honest, none of us really watched the Serie A last year too much.
None of us.
Besides obviously Spatty. Like, we weren't really invested in like, oh, how well are the teams doing? It's a good race, you know. Like, we knew Juve were gonna freaking stomp on everyone.
It's definitely the form of players too. Like, seeing like Lukaku being so informed, seeing Zlatan back on the Milan colors now that he's gonna be staying for another season, seeing players like I don't know, Lazio doing all right, Atalanta still doing well even though they sold Gomez. Like, still having teams that are still playing top level with the players they have, and seeing players like really shine in this league.
It's not 1 or 2 teams anymore. It's you have both Milan, Juve, Atlanta, Lazio. You know, like, and you have some more depth now in the league. You'd
obviously love to see a Juve that was top level, but again, it's always gonna be ups and downs for different teams. Like, Juve had their 9 years. Now it's gonna be maybe 2-3 years till they get their next one. But again, it's gonna be a little bit restart. But now these other teams can come up and start like building for themselves too now, right? So to end this off, Jay, what color is Milan?
It's still red.
Nah, it's blue.
Inter will never have as much trophies as Milan.
Never? Never. Yeah.
Never, eh?
When Milan pick up the ball and Vlahovic,
Nah, he's going to Juve.
Give me that scudetto, baby.
All right, boys.
Florentino Libra at the top.
Okay, so today I was shitting my pants. I was watching the Barca game. I'm guessing you guys were shitting your pants today as well against Valencia.
I don't know. What did you have for dinner last night?
Yeah, like literally, dude.
But
you guys got a nice 3-2 victory, which brings the league nice and close again.
Man,
tell me how that was.
It's nervous, especially being the last one to play out of the top 3 teams. Well,
yeah, because they both got dubs, right?
Sevilla's still top there too. Like, they're tied.
Yeah, Madrid won 2-0 and Atletico won 1-0. So without the Barca win, they're both obviously still like above them. Barca still was in 3rd place, and they're still in 3rd place now because they still got their game, the W. But at least they're tied with Real Madrid still. At least they're still competing. If they would have lost today, I saw that first goal go in. I'm like, man. Ooh.
Well, let's bring it back to midweek. Barca did not do too well.
Oh yeah, they lost their game midweek too, right? That's why. That's where they lost their points.
I forgot about midweek games.
Yeah, against their was it Eibar? No, Elche. No, wait.
It was
Granada.
Pesky Granada, man.
They were was it? Were they always down or were they winning at all? No, right? It was 1-0 first.
It was 1-0
and then 2-0. It was 2-0 and then it was 2-1.
All I remember from that game was just Sergio Roberto being trash, man.
I saw the lineup, man. I saw the lineup. I saw him, and I saw Umtiti, and I knew something was not going to work out today.
Man, if that win would have brought you guys to first place. Damn.
Yeah.
The good thing is that we didn't have to really rely on that game. That game was just, just to bring us up, but we're still in it. we're still in the fight. Today, today Barca played really well, but Atletico Madrid played first. What was it? 1-0?
1-0.
Oh yeah, the
Via
penalty.
Llorente.
And
Bro,
the penalty, man.
Do you guys see the little controversy behind that?
No,
Yeah, he was off his line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was off his line, but
And nothing.
they didn't call it back because it hit the post, and apparently it's in the rules that
yes.
only if
I heard that today.
keeper touches it, then you would have to redo it.
I heard that today.
But if it hits the post,
No, but
or
it's
whatever,
true.
then
It's
they
true.
don't have to redo it.
It's true though, because if the goalie does not make contact with the ball, even though he's off his line, why should the player be allowed to retake it if they literally scuffed their shot? If your shot goes
They missed
wide,
the net.
if your shot hits the post, what is the player having to get off his line? How does that react to your shot being effective or not? If he saves it, yes, okay, I can definitely retake it. But when it comes down to it, if your shot's not on target to begin with, you don't deserve a retake. Period.
That's true.
I mean, you could argue the other way because him coming off his line kind of narrows down the net just a slight bit.
But in your mind, but the goalie usually comes off their line right before your foot hits that ball. When you're on your run up, you know where you're going. You don't decide last minute. If you see the goalie come out a little bit, you don't make your decision then. No, you don't make. If you're a striker taking penalties and deciding where to go on the last ball like that.
You think Bruno chooses where he goes before? He waits for the goalie to make a move.
That's why he does the jump.
Okay, but that too. Like if you see your goal, if anything that helps you as a player, as a PK taker like Bruno, because when you're running up and the keeper decides to go somewhere before you even take the shot, that helps you. So why would you even miss a shot like that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it makes sense. Like if you miss the whole
I'm just
entire
saying,
net.
like you can't argue the other way because it slightly does narrow. Like if you don't choose beforehand, which I'm pretty sure all of us choose beforehand, right, James?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm okay with that rule. I think that was the player hit the post, right?
But that game in general, like Atletico were getting pressured at the end a lot, like heavy pressure, and they had they had even another chance to get a goal in, but Atletico held the win, 1-0. Unfortunate for the Barca fans, but they got the win, and then Madrid, freaking these Brazilians.
2-0, man.
These Brazilians came out to play, bro. They had a little bit of
Eden Hazard with back heels, man.
Yeah, I saw that.
Bro, Militao's been in some great form as of late, man. Just looking like a rock at the back there in place of Ramos. And he ended up scoring this weekend, bro.
That's good for you guys.
Yeah, it is, man. It's good for Brazil's sake, but not good as a Barca fan.
Good for Brazil, though. The streets are saying he's the new Ramos.
I don't know about that.
We'll see in the future.
There's still a long way for him to become top level.
Young.
Like he's still not top level, but for his age, obviously.
But he's got the heart. He's got the heart in the pressure.
He definitely has the right role model to follow by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ramos and Varane.
And he has two now. He also has Varane.
Yeah.
Well, Varane too. Varane still learns off of Ramos. Varane is still. I don't think Varane is still as a captain level yet either. Right?
No, but you obviously see these two world class. Like as Militao, you can see these two world class center backs. You don't even have to talk to them. You could just literally watch the way they play, and you could literally learn like that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's what he's doing.
But yeah, Madrid and Atletico both won their games, so it came down to Barca. Very, very nervous because Barca. Every team against Barca, they come to play.
Yeah, always.
Like every time. And
Valencia is a good team, but this season they've been doing pretty bad.
They're in 14th.
Yeah,
pretty dookie. Yeah.
You don't think them to come out and play a good game?
They haven't won a game in
5 games.
They haven't won a game in 5 games. They lost, draw 3, and lost 3. So, but Valencia always come to play against Barca. Every team comes to play against Barca, and it was a rough start. They got to go first, but Messi turned up again.
Messi.
But Valencia's first goal was a perfectly executed basketball inbounds play. I don't know if you guys saw. Their players were setting screens for the corner.
Yeah.
And he wrapped around.
He came back around. Man was wide open, man. De Jong couldn't mark him. Blake couldn't mark him, and the open. I don't know what Marc-Andre ter Stegen was doing, bro. Like, people were saying that Valencia player, I think it might have been that Thierry guy or whatever.
Yeah.
They're saying that he was grabbing onto ter Stegen's arm, but
he set a screen on him.
But then again, Pedri was in the way too, and that could have been why that ter Stegen fell over. It was just a mess of a goal, man. And that's one of ter Stegen's weaknesses, his commandingness, in the box, whatever. Just doesn't know how to command his box.
But man,
Whatever.
Messi, every game, bro. I saw the last couple of games. Messi's been man of the match each game.
So what?
Yeah,
What the
every game
argument?
pretty
What
much,
the
man.
argument
He's
Carrying,
figuring it out.
man. He's carrying.
If Messi doesn't come out to play, then neither does Barca.
Nah, I don't think so.
That's
Pretty
that's
much.
Barca, man.
It still is, but I think the players in general, like Griezmann's stepping up a lot now. You can tell, and
He
then
has been, man. His 2021's been
it's
exceptional.
been crazy.
Different grade,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
and then De Jong in that position, the formation works so well because
Such a talented player.
he's playing world class at the moment. You know, Messi and Griezmann drop down a lot, so he has that freedom of space to go up through the middle, which he's been doing a lot, and he's been getting those crosses in from Jordi Alba. Look at the goal today. A cross in from Jordi Alba. He's inside the box.
That was a good save from Casper too.
That was
Headers it.
yeah, it was a nice save.
Yeah.
by
Casper
Silva.
had a good game. I'm not gonna say he
This
didn't have a
is
good
backup
game.
goalie though, no?
No, he started.
He was
He's
at
a starter,
Barca.
No, he's a
starter now.
backup,
No,
bro.
he's
No, he's
starter.
starter.
He's starter.
For Valencia, he's their starter, bro.
Yeah.
He's played less minutes than the other goalie.
He was probably injured.
But
But then, Griezmann gets that tap in again. Like Griezmann's good positioning. He's got good form. I think he's realizing like I'm in this now. Like he's got good shot. He's taking good shots. He's got good positioning. I feel like he's got the motivation back. Like he definitely you see in the beginning like he wasn't very motivated, and he was scared. Right.
Yeah.
You can tell he's
It's a
more.
good time in the season to turn up.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. Towards the latter stage of the
Yeah,
season, you need
yeah.
players to turn up. It's good that he is.
And
now.
that free kick from Messi, though.
Bro, up posting in, beautiful.
beautiful
goal.
Let me-
That was nice.
Let me ask you guys a question. Right now, is Messi leading the Ballon d'Or race right now?
You know
Yeah.
it, bro.
I
it's-
think so.
No one's
Maybe.
been saying it, but I think
no, but no one's really been
Messi's-
bringing up Ballon d'Or right now. 'Cause it's still early in the season, man. There's still so much for
Yeah,
it to happen.
still a
Like,
lot to
there's
play.
still a lot. Like, there's still a lot of football. There's still whoever's winning
Yeah.
Champions League. There's still whether or not you're gonna win the title. There's still Euros. Like, I don't think the discussion of Ballon d'Or is being brought now until the end of the season, till all the competitions are done. But now that we have Euros, I don't think Ballon d'Or is even going to be decided until even the end of the Euros either, because it depends if did whoever's in the end of Euros, did their team win Champions League, did
Yeah.
their team win the league, even with the South American Cup. If Brazil win, like if Neymar wins the Europe, if Neymar wins Champions League,
America.
Copa America, and he wins the league, that's the top. That's a big
Yeah.
shout, right? But as of right now, I don't see. I can't say Messi or anyone either right now. I can't say a name.
I can say a name and I could say Messi.
You could say Messi. You
I
could say
can say
Lewandowski.
Messi.
There's a few names out there.
Messi's
Yeah,
top
like if you had to pick someone right now.
Messi's top goal scorer right now by a long shot in La Liga. He's been
Yeah,
carrying.
carrying
He's
goals.
been carrying Barca, man of the matches every game. Like he's been doing so much. Like there's only so much he can do. We'd probably be in Champions League still if the rest of the Barca was stepping up.
I don't know.
Maybe if we had a 9, bro, because I don't know if
know.
y'all saw that first half, man. The amount of cutbacks that Jordi Alba had, bro, it was cutback and
Yeah.
then shell out, bro. If we
Yeah.
had a 9 to get in there and find the space in the box, there definitely would have been a few goals.
But
Yeah.
who's
That's,
last?
that's Barca's problem right now.
Who's Barca's like last number 9?
Suarez.
Suarez. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Suarez, bro.
Now I'm just trying to think of the
Maybe,
style of football, right? Yeah.
Maybe Aguero next season, Matt.
People are saying Aguero on a free. People are saying possibly Haaland. People are saying Neymar coming back.
Harry Kane.
Man,
There's a lot of talk in the air.
The best shout for Barca right now would definitely be Aguero for free because you don't want to be spending the money. You
No,
don't,
but
Yeah.
Barca just secured 500 million in sponsorship.
bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they
But
still
that's
they
to
still
pay
gotta
off
pay
their
all
short-term
kinds of
debt.
But they still have to get paid off their debt,
they were a
right?
bill.
Like,
It helps, though. It helps.
You know who also switched their
They're still paying
sponsorship?
off Dembele.
Oh,
Inter switched their main Pirelli sponsorship. It's not Pirelli anymore.
what is it?
They switched
Yeah,
it to
I've seen that as
some
oh yeah,
Chinese or American. I don't,
Yokohama tires.
I don't know what it is, but a bigger brand. But like, man, that's
Michelin?
Am I the only one that, as a kid, I thought it was Pirelli?
Yeah.
Am I the only
I-
one?
I-
No.
I thought so too.
I thought it was
Pirelli?
Pirelli.
I always thought it was Pirelli, bro.
It looks like an S.
It does.
It does though. I can see where
These men are dyslexic.
I
over
can
here.
see where you get that. But yeah, man, like
Bro, the P goes all the way. So how are you supposed to?
But man, it is true. Like sponsorship does bring a lot of money in, and if they sell the rest of the stadium, if they sell like their any jersey like sponsor, like it's a lot of money.
all right.
But
It
again,
helps
like
a lot.
it comes down to it, like whether a team is really thinking of spending the money right now, if they need to. Like I don't think Barca needs to, because again, they're competing for the league. They found their form. Koeman is doing well right now. If they bring this team into Champions League, they might be able to compete. Maybe not win, But maybe if they
But you wanna win.
if they have Aguero who's a quality number 9 who can put the ball behind the net.
Aguero's past his time. We all know that.
I don't know, man.
He can still do it,
bro.
but he's
Sometimes with number 9s, bro, it doesn't matter how old you are, bro. If you know how to score goals, you know how to score goals.
100%.
You still see Suarez turning up for Atletico.
But then why isn't he
Like-
playing on Man City if he can score goals?
He's always injured and always Twitch streaming.
Well, because I think
He's been injury prone.
away from having a 9 now too. Like Pep kind of just he realizes Aguero's last season, so it's like,
But
why is he
should-
gonna...
No, the thing is that the way that Man City team has transferred into the style of play, you need to have a striker who can play the ball. Gabriel Jesus is a striker who's healthy. He's not playing because that guy literally has no ball movement with his feet. Like he's a striker, but he can't make passes or anything. He can't create chances for anyone. Aguero's not the same striker either. So why bother playing these players if they're not going to be able to do those chances? And again, when it comes down to a Barca side, they're not the same tiki-taka football anymore either. It comes down to positioning. It comes down to whether or not they can finish that ball because Griezmann's not a player who can play tiki-taka. Right, he's a good with his feet, but they still need that player who can be in the right position at the right time. And I feel like Aguero can offer that and just finish the ball. Like they need a finisher.
I think Aguero's just a kind of ploy to make Messi a little happier.
That's what I was gonna say.
That
Yeah,
too, yeah.
You have to keep him a little longer.
it definitely is.
It makes too much sense, bro.
Especially with the rumors that Messi might be signing a 2-year deal and going to the MLS after and coming back as a director or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to do with Neymar too. They want to bring him back because Messi loves Neymar, bro.
Yeah.
And Neymar loves Messi too.
well, we'll have to see what happens.
I can
Right
see
now-
Aguero coming in and then him and Aguero dip at the same time.
Maybe.
There's a lot of things you can see, but all I know is right
Bring in
now.
the TFC.
No, but that's the
They
thing.
just-
That's the
they
thing,
just
though.
splashed down Soteldo.
If Messi leaves, then they need a face of Barca. And who's that going to be?
Yeah,
Fati,
that's
if-
true, bro.
if-
Ansu
he could
Fati,
actually-
he's still fit.
If Fati's comes back, and shit,
Haaland.
Yeah, Haaland, bro, a big money signing.
if you
possibly.
bring
Neymar.
Neymar, right? But
These
we'll
are
have
all
to see.
these are all ifs and buts, but right now all we can know and all we know is that the La
Atletico
Liga is
face
still strong.
Barca on Saturday. You guys got to live stream that and see how
That's what,
you guys' reaction.
Huge game.
That's a huge game right there. But it's
Yeah.
La Liga is freaking tough, man.
I want to hear a gut feeling, like a quick answer. Who's winning La Liga? Gut feeling.
If Barca beat Atletico, Barca are winning the league.
Okay, well, yeah,
Well,
that's,
yeah.
but what do you feel?
No, they can still
No,
lose.
no,
What
but
do you mean?
But do you think
My
Barca
gut
has?
feeling.
Do you think Barca can win it?
Madrid.
My gut feeling is Real Madrid right now.
Oh, shit.
That's
Yeah,
mine too.
man. Like I called it at the beginning of the season. I had Madrid finishing first. I didn't have much faith in Coleman, but
He
obviously,
hates
at
Coleman.
the start of 2021, he definitely turned the team around and players started
Coleman.
performing.
I feel like the
But the way that Madrid's have been performing as of late and throughout the season, it's been so consistent. And man, just Madrid looks like they're taking the title, bro.
But
You think?
Barca at the the end of the currently they're doing really well as well. They just lost that one game and they got unlucky, but you can see the Barca's team and morale and their mentality is a lot stronger now. They're a lot more confident. Their players individually as well. You can see Griezmann. You can see Dest is having more playing time, more confident on that wing. You can see Menguesa and Araujo getting more confidence as well. Like there's a lot of
Yeah,
good
the young
players. That
players
we
are
saw.
confident.
Crazy, bro.
The Ligt has
Yeah.
been playing world class. Like there's so much confidence out of the
Ligt?
team.
Oh,
And then,
what?
sorry, not the Ligt, De Jong. Sorry. And then
You dreaming
Messi.
about the lick, bro.
Messi's just balling. Like you can see he's happy now, and when he's happy, the team's happy. All right.
Yeah, but I'm just worried that it's gonna be that one game against the pesky side, and Messi doesn't perform.
Yeah.
Messi doesn't put up an 8 out of 10 match, and then the rest of the team
Yeah.
suffers, and then
I
we end
get-
up tying or losing.
Yeah.
I'm just worried about that.
Madrid,
Yeah,
Madrid.
low key, like it almost brings it back to what we were talking about before. It's like you see like Barcelona, they're anchored by Messi, and then you see a team like Madrid. You know what I mean? Like they don't really have. Well, they have Benzema, but they don't really have that one guy who's carrying them every game. It's like every game, it's like someone else.
Our whole
stepping
team is
up,
good.
And
They
they're
find
more
a way,
of
though.
Well-rounded team, and they
Yeah,
find
they
a
find
way,
a way.
right?
It's
They-
the black
they
magic,
haven't
man.
Madrid haven't lost since January,
Jeez.
which is pretty
Crazy
crazy.
form, man.
I was just looking at the fixtures now; they haven't lost since January. It's pretty
Well-
crazy.
Like Barca, they're gonna beat Atletico. They're gonna be amped. Like wow, like we might have just won the league, and then Madrid are just gonna come through, and Barca are gonna lose like last game of the season.
But if Barca and Madrid tie, right, that's 1 point each. If and then Madrid starts winning them, and if Atletico Madrid and Barca tie, I feel like all Madrid have to do is just win the rest of their games, and they're champions.
My question is for you guys then. What season is like who's I just forgot the words to say, but like whose season is this to lose?
Atletico, still.
Atletico's. It is
Atletico's season to lose, bro.
Since they were up
14, 11 points at one point this season.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like when you have a lead that's that crazy, and like you're supposed to be like this solid defensive side, like it's kind of unheard of that you drop that many points, and it's like you kind of fumble the bag a little bit. They can definitely still win it. Like I think looking at like the remaining schedules, like each team kind of has like some pretty tricky games. But I think like if Barca can get past Atleti, their last 3 games are a little on the easier side, like theoretically, like on paper. Whereas Madrid, they still have Sevilla, they still have Villarreal, they still have Bilbao.
And that Sevilla games really
I don't think
right.
Coming through these last couple of games, I don't think there are any easy games because you're coming up
It's
against
all
teams
mental. It's all mental.
You're coming up against these small teams who aren't gonna let you win easily.
You know
They're
what?
fighting relegation.
Because they're fighting relegation.
On
Yeah,
paper,
exactly.
They're fighting relegation, so they have something else to play for.
There's not going to be any easy games for any.
Every game's gonna be a final.
Yeah, it's gonna be really, really something to see, especially when near the end of the season. Especially remember that one season when Atletico won in their last game.
Yeah, bro, I remember that.
That was against Barca, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Right.
I remember we were in our parents' room watching that game.
That was a crazy game too, and they won the title. That's it, right? It comes down to the last game.
Bodine scored and Alexis scored.
Yeah,
I remember it vividly.
And like that Man City final too, like it comes out. Then those are literally like finals, man. Those are final, and right. That's yeah. Like,
and we will see if maybe they decide if Messi stays or not these coming games. Like,
yeah,
we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Well, Man U now with this crazy chaos that happened today.
Riots.
I was waking up. Okay, today's gonna be a nice game against Liverpool. Good, see some
nice game.
See some good football. Man, you came off a great win against Roma. Like, I don't know if they're still gonna be competing for the league, but hey, if they give Liverpool a battle, Liverpool have to come out and win games, right? Liverpool are gonna have to come out and win the game so they can make top 4. And if Man U is still playing top level football and they don't screw up, like that can be a good football match, right? But man, apparently more than 200 players were stormed into the stadium. There's been rumors that someone actually opened the gate for them to let that happen.
Jeez.
There's been
like it looked kind of like not peaceful, but like it wasn't like there weren't like fires going on, like people getting hurt and stuff. Like,
I heard people were getting hurt.
Like,
I heard
the ref got hurt, bro. He had like his eye was scratched over here, man. He was bleeding.
Really?
I heard
another guy like go ahead.
I heard those fireworks.
Yeah, some people were throwing flares. Like another guy tossed like a cameraman's tripod, like broke it, just like tossing off one of the legs.
I saw some videos of like some people were having like a kickabout. Like they brought a ball, like they were shooting on the net.
They didn't bring a ball, dude. They stole the balls from the match. They stole all the balls from the match.
They stole the official balls, bro.
Like, that's pretty dope. Like, would you guys go if you lived in Manchester? Would you guys go?
No, because I don't know, man.
Probably, I would.
Bro, what are they gonna do?
Bro, you'd be caught in 4K, bro. You see the amount of cameras people have there?
They don't
record everything.
Man, they don't have guns or anything. These guys are soft, and they don't have like. You see the did you see the pictures in like the
cops,
like the security?
There's a baton in these man.
They just have batons and stuff, man. You see the difference, like the ratio of the cops and the security besides the amount of people that are there. What are they gonna do? They couldn't do anything.
Yeah, it's tough.
No, they're gonna get them after, bro, when they recognize their face.
Yeah, you wear a mask. We all have masks on. COVID, come on.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think the punishment will be like too crazy. Like they're not gonna like get a like jail.
No, they'll literally probably be.
I don't know, man.
But do you think
there will be fines?
My question for you guys is: do you think this is a good thing though that the game got banned and they actually did something? They protested it.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's deserved.
Because
the thought was good, but the intent and the execution was wrong. Because what started as a protest ended up turning into a bit of a riot. And a riot is like not something.
The fact that they were able to postpone the match is big, right?
Yeah.
It stopped the actual game to come out and actually be played. But the fact that they did some damages, but again, it comes down to the fact that these owners are literally not doing anything about it. I don't think they've said anything about it yet. I don't think that they are going to say something about this.
They're not going to talk about it.
These ownership I'm hearing that they actually like the amount of money that they've been pulling out of this club is ridiculous. They pulled out of almost like $1 billion worth of from money out of this club to be putting into the other funds and to be putting out into their other investments,
other revenues, and stuff
right?
like
So like, they're really leaving this club to like fall apart on its own. But like, you know what I mean? Like,
I saw a tweet that was like, "Oh, you see all the riots in Manchester, and the Glazers didn't even know there was a game today."
Probably. They've never been to a match. I don't think they even know how football is being played. They don't probably know what the offside rule is. They don't even care about the way the stadium is run or anything. That you hear things like the stadium literally looks like it's falling apart because they don't maintain it. They don't put money into like making this place like look as it should be. Like it's the Old Trafford, right?
The theater of dreams.
You have to like respect the grounds as much as you respect the game of football, and that's when it comes down to like, do these teams need to be now switched to ownership where it comes down to like the fans being part owners of this club and having shares? Where
I think they are just not majority.
I don't know if people, I don't
think it is.
At the end,
Manchester's not like that. I know Juventus is like that.
Man U is a publicly traded company.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
At the end of the day, money talks. I can sway you to not make me do anything. You know?
Yeah, you can buy shares of Man U, although they're down today. I'm sure.
Yeah, so
I'm sure the riots helped.
But buying shares of what, like 1%? What's that gonna give me?
Yeah,
probably less.
But the thing is, like, you're just buying shares in like the company itself, like in basically just like the revenue streams and everything like that. You're not actually like, you're not big enough to basically make decisions. You know what I mean? That's like the difference between like it being a publicly traded company and like, let's say the clubs in Germany that are the 50+1, where like it's actually like fan owned. Like it's not a publicly traded company where like anybody can go and own it.
And that's what it comes down to.
Like they actually have a say.
Because let's say
you don't really have a say in this.
Let's say the fans own majority of the shares and like they come together. Okay, we want to make sure the stadium looks top level. Hey, it's 50-1. You know what I mean? 51 to 50%, like the 51% to 49%. I'm saying, sorry.
This guy doesn't
quick maths. But when it comes down to it, like if the fans all come together and they have part shares, like they can definitely make shit happen. Like when it comes down to it, like we want this to happen. If there's a vote, fans are able to come in. Whoever owns the shares, they can come in and help with votes. Like we want this to be done. Okay, they'll hear me out, hear them out and stuff. But like when it comes down to it, that's not the case. And like I feel like more teams are gonna come down to it. If it's not just, I know Arsenal were doing it. I don't know if any other teams are gonna come out and start doing it now because hey, like I don't know if it's gonna stop though. Like we have to see.
I think it was Roy Keane and Neville that were on Sky Sports, and they were talking about it and saying how it was a good thing that they had the protests and all that stuff. But they're saying obviously it wasn't good that they had like it turned more of into a riot. But like the intention was good. But supposedly I heard that also this protest was like planned a week ago, or like 10 days ago. And it was like ready, like it was planned, and everyone knew that this day we would be doing this. Why wouldn't they have some more security guards then? They knowing that this was gonna happen. Like everyone was saying it was planned. Like everyone knew that this was gonna happen this day at this time, and they had no more security guards. Like, what's your thought on that process? Like, what goes through
the security spans of the club too? Yeah. Maybe they're like,
that's the thing. Maybe they open the gates. Maybe let them in, and hey, let's speak up about this, right? But we're gonna see whether the game's gonna be continuing tomorrow or not. Like the Liverpool players apparently are still in Manchester, waiting whether it's gonna happen.
Yeah, because
I don't know if it is right. So like,
we'll see.
There has to be still a large amount of security. Apparently, there's gonna be people going back tomorrow and speaking and trying to go protest again. But I don't know. We'll have to see. Like if the game goes on, if they postpone it, if they plan it for another day. Because again, Man U have a game on Thursday against Roma.
At the end of the day, they still have to play. Yeah,
right. So
it affects more Man U.
No, it affects Liverpool more because Liverpool need the points.
Yeah, but Man U has to rest.
Yeah, but who wants to play the game needs to play this game. Liverpool need to play this game.
Yeah, but the closer to Roma to that game.
No, they're not gonna interfere with their schedule because Man U's still gonna play on Thursday. Like they're not gonna play Wednesday or Tuesday. Like they're definitely gonna plan to play this game around the schedule and have a time allocated for rest and stuff. But this game needs to be played. Period for Liverpool.
But going to some teams in the Prem that did play. Gareth Bale, is he back, boys?
Sheffield.
No, bro.
They're playing Sheffield, man. Like, come on. The mighty
Wait.
Sheffield.
Some good goals.
But
though.
I was about to say that.
goals.
Did you see
Some
the
nice
goals
finishes.
though? Like
Man,
bangers.
Not
Not just his goals, but the last goal.
Son too.
Man,
Son's goal?
that
Ooh.
peach of a freaking finesse.
But like
Finesse top right.
they were not like just like good shots, bro. They were like bullets.
They're well hit.
They were
Yeah.
well hit. But Gareth Bale's always been known to like know how to hit a ball nice.
He can hit a ball.
Yeah.
But again, it comes down
You
to
know
the
how.
keeper, Ramsdale. Like, is he a top level goalie? Yes, those shots would have probably gone in, but
Sheffield's already relegated, no?
yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're trash.
Yeah, so like it's I know it's
Yeah, they're last place.
it is still, you know, it's the competition's not the best, but I think that definitely boosts Bale's motivation and morale.
Yeah, of course.
For sure. Like getting a hat trick is still not easy for anyone. At the end of the day, you're still
You gotta
facing
get that goal bonus.
you're still
bro.
facing 11 professional players. Like it's not like it's gonna be easy things. 1 or 2 maybe, but 3 goals is like it's still a big achievement. And for him,
He's trying to catch that form for the Euros, man.
he catch that form for the Euros, and when he goes back to Madrid, right? He wants to get that playing time.
Yeah.
But yeah, 4-0 for Tottenham. Any other games?
Arsenal won today.
Arsenal won.
Newcastle.
Arsenal
Yeah.
against Newcastle. Like again, Arsenal, they're still in Europa. The league for them, if they're still in 9th place, they're now there's definitely no chance of them making Europa League.
Yeah, no, there's no shot.
There's no shot. Like when it comes down to it, like they have to win the Europa League in order to make European
they have
football.
to win the Europa League, man. Or Arteta's out. Arteta would be out if they don't win it.
He might be out either way.
Yeah. Who
And
they
you know
gonna
what?
get though?
I don't know, bro.
Mourinho, no.
I don't know about that club, bro.
Yeah, who knows about Arsenal?
Poorly
That-
managed.
that-
Mourinho's
though.
going to AC.
They're gonna get Robbie from AFTV.
I don't think Mourinho's going to AC.
Oh no, Mourinho said he's taking a break.
Oh
this
yeah,
year.
no, Mourinho is he's co-hosting some
Talk sport.
Talk
for the Euros.
Sports or something
Oh.
with the Euros. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
which is pretty cool.
I like
That's
that.
a tight gig.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always fun to get his insight on things.
right?
Yeah.
But it honestly
He's a very
comes
interesting
it
personality.
honestly comes down to top 3, 3, 4th, and 5th place, because 3 and 4, like Leicester 63 points, Chelsea has 61 points, Tottenham with 56 points. Like that's the thing, is Tottenham able to come out and get points out of Chelsea and Leicester, who are up by
Probably
5
not.
points? That's the
Definitely
thing.
not with Mason as the coach.
Depends who they all play next.
I feel like top 4 is pretty much settled with Man City, Man U, Leicester, and Chelsea here.
Yeah, it looks like it.
It'd be really hard if whoever comes into 5th place were to make it into the 4th.
So then
I mean, I think that's pretty deserved.
it is. I
that's
feel like it
probably
is
top 4.
deserved,
Yeah.
especially the way that Chelsea's been playing. Like they've the
Yeah.
last couple.
These
Seasons
are
under
definitely
Tuchel,
well,
bro.
not just the points alone, but these are definitely the 4 teams who've been performing
Yeah,
like not just because
they've
obviously
had
they're
the best
not,
performances.
yeah, not
throughout
Day
the
in and
season.
day out.
not
Yeah,
because
exactly.
they're obviously winning games, but they're just the squad itself. Like they're not having poor management. They're not having like again Chelsea did in the beginning of the season,
Not
but
anymore.
the way Tuchel was able to pick up the Lampard slack and just kind of build a team around with what he got, and
Yeah,
create something really 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 nice. Again, West Ham was surprisingly like the fact that West Ham was able to come up and get those points with Lingard there.
Yeah, at
and
least they're
Souček
making Europa League would be good.
Souček was nice. Like again, West Ham in Europa League would be great. They're only 1 point behind Tottenham right now. We're at 56. But again, it comes down to whether Tottenham, West Ham, or Liverpool really make into the 5th position. So I don't know.
We'll see.
It just has to happen like week by week, right? So we'll have to see about that. Like this Premier League is pretty much settled. Sheffield's relegated. West Brom's going to be relegated. Fulham's probably going to get relegated again. But
Jeez.
we'll have to wait till next
That's what it's
season.
looking like.
yeah.
So is Kane out then because Spurs are not going to be making Champions League, right?
Yeah.
I heard a lot
We'll
of.
never
I heard.
Who knows?
I
Ain't,
heard.
like, tied down to Spurs though, bro.
Kane and Sonny are stuck there, man.
See-
I feel like players get stuck at Spurs.
Bro, Dan Levy's got them
Low-key.
locked up, man. They can't leave.
That's the thing. Like I was watching a podcast and they're saying like, where else would he go? Like, let's be real. It's only
only option
either
is-
Spurs or Man City because Madrid don't need him. They have Benzema. No other team is gonna want to splash out in the Prem because Kane's gonna go for 100 mil. He's English. He's a top quality striker.
Bro,
Like-
okay, I don't know if you guys saw this, but apparently Man City are looking at $100 million Jack Grealish bid.
No.
Really?
He's English, bro.
English guys, I'm telling you that they bring the
English
price up by a
guys.
lot.
He's not worth 100 million. And yes,
I
he
know.
would be nice in Man City, but he wouldn't be a starter.
Well, he'll be a part of that rotation that they have going on.
Yes,
Yeah,
but again,
it's
why,
England tax, bro. Look how much Maguire went
why
for.
do you need a if they decide to get a Grealish, but Grealish is so unnecessary for Man City side.
But
Is he though?
Yeah.
I can see Man City
He's a pretty
definitely.
versatile player. He, can
He
play
is
in a
very
lot of different
versatile,
positions.
yeah.
More depth, bro.
But I can see Man City getting Kane. If not, he's staying in Tottenham because who's paying that
No,
that
it's either-
money,
it's
right?
either he
Yeah,
stays.
if he
It's-
leaves, man.
Especially in the COVID era, like it's no one's spending that much money on an English striker.
You will pay 100 for Harry Kane.
No. You know why
With
though?
people.
You know
Why?
why wouldn't people rather spend that same amount of money on a young player who's coming up, like Haaland? We know
Because
Harry.
Kane
Maybe you
is
want
for
someone
Kane's
that's
for
like,
sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
But the thing is,
yes,
like,
but
I
how
really
many years you
proven,
get?
bro.
How many
Really
years you
gonna-
getting
he's
off
gonna
of
wanna
him?
pay that much for
Kane also has ankle injuries.
He's
Kane
also very
has,
injury prone as well.
he's not.
You have two strong, 3 strong, 4 strong seasons left in him too. Like he's already older. Why not
that
spend?
old. He's in his 20s.
He's 26.
Not
No, he's
that old,
28.
Yeah, players
Not
go up to
bad.
35.
Yeah, it's not
I'm
bad.
saying like prime,
That's
like
not
He's in
prime,
his
prime.
prime.
He's in his
Yeah, he's in his
prime.
prime, bro.
But would you rather
Yeah,
spend that much
it's-
money on Haaland? Why not develop someone? Why wouldn't Man City
Depends
develop
what your
someone?
objective is.
Depends what you want
You
to
want
do.
that short-term success or you want that long-term success?
And especially if you're Man City, Haaland's not a type of player who can play a passing game like Harry
Yeah.
Kane can.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. His only options are Tottenham or City if City decide to spend. But again,
What
like,
about
It's a
Chelsea?
tough one for Harry
Chelsea,
Kane.
man.
Yeah, I feel like
Chelsea,
it
it's
just
hard,
depends,
man.
like-
Like Chelsea too. Like why you
Him
have
and Werner linking up, man?
no?
If
You
they
didn't-
could sell a couple
That'd be
players,
like
maybe,
Olsen and Werner.
but better.
You'd have to
Yeah.
sell Havertz, Tammy
Probably a little better.
Abraham. Like you have to sell a lot of players because like why would-
Apparently, Tammy Abraham's going to West Ham.
yeah, I heard that too.
That'd be
That would,
sick.
that would be
Yeah.
nice. I would like that because he
you know,
deserves
you
it.
know,
Downgrade.
you know what the English Premier League needs that Atletico Bilbao squad, which is just homegrown talent.
Is it
Wow.
is it a
That
downgrade
will
though?
never happen in the Prem.
I know.
Jay,
Yeah, no shot.
Jay, is it a downgrade though? Really? Because he got no playing time. West Ham are doing really well now.
They're
Like
gonna be
they're
Europa
going up.
League.
They're in Europa League
Yeah,
now.
they got some European competition.
You have
not
you
bad.
have a Werner who's not
And they have. He's going to be linking up with a world class player,
exactly. You have
Just
Who's their
Lingard.
striker right now?
Antonio.
Antonio's
Yeah,
meh.
Might be pretty good.
And he's
though.
That
staying
would
in
be a
London
perfect.
too, right?
That would be perfect. And he's still in London. He doesn't have to really
He
move
doesn't have to
anymore.
buy a new house.
Exactly. That's a good fit for him. And to be honest, like he looks like he's a good player. He has a lot of potential. Still young.
And be
Not
walking
bad.
out with bubbles.
I don't know. I like his game. You know who else should leave from Chelsea?
that would be
I
a good
can tell,
transfer.
bro. You every episode you're talking about Tammy Abraham.
But yeah, you know who else who should leave Chelsea? Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah,
That guy's
he
getting
should.
no playing time. He's
Yeah,
so
bro,
young.
he's too talented to not be getting played.
Every time he plays, like he gets those little minutes, but you could see he's just so good. You can see what he
Yeah, you
has.
see the quality.
You can see the quality, and he should go to West Ham too. Maybe join up with
He's
Tammy.
going to Arsenal.
Everyone's going to West
Arsenal.
Ham, bro.
Whose spot is he taking at Arsenal?
He's going to take Dookie Aubameyang.
Yeah, Aubameyang
Yeah,
scored this
but-
weekend, dude.
Nah.
Oh my god!
No, they got Martinelli, bro.
Yeah, they got Martinelli.
too.
Martinelli sucks
Hudson?
too.
Hudson-Odoi isn't even England's best right winger.
No, obviously.
Yeah,
Sancho is.
Yeah,
Man, Sancho.
obviously.
No one talks about
I think a lot
Sancho,
of people
man.
could have told you that, bro.
not even the second best.
But
He
he's
was-
he's
if he was
also
Arsenal,
still
He
young.
wouldn't even be the best English right winger on Arsenal.
Yeah, exactly.
Who is Saka?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Saka's a
Saka's
left back,
balling,
no?
man.
Probably.
No, Saka's a
Who
right
knows?
winger.
Well, he's a pretty versatile player.
Yeah.
But speaking of versatile players, what about Burak Yilmaz?
Dude.
What a lie.
Oh,
What a lie.
What
Bro,
a-
80
the
years
Turks
old?
at Lille have been going off, man.
For real. At 80 years old, this guy's still banging them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Joe David with the assist.
Yeah, there you go, man.
Low key. Like if you're looking at the table now, like you're starting to see a little bit more separation from the top two.
Yeah. Well,
Before it used
kinda,
it
yeah.
used to be jam packed, but now it's like you're seeing a little bit more. You have a 4-point gap between second and third because of Lyon's win today over Monaco. If Monaco won that game, today it would have been a little bit more of a title race.
That's the
But
thing.
now I think it's
That's
now
the
I think
thing.
it's pretty much strictly between Lille and PSG.
Yeah, it
Like
is,
whatever one slips up,
man.
I mean, they both caught a dub. If Lille could bring it to the last game, kudos to them, man.
Well,
This is a
no,
good PSG team.
Lille have to literally. That's it. Lille
Who-
just have to
who-
win all their games, which is what 2 games left.
But who has the harder games?
3 games left. Lille has Lens, Saint Etienne, and Angers, and PSG have.
They have Reims, Rennes, and Brest.
And they still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Three stadiums.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, I don't know. Like, the crazy thing, I'm just looking at this now, man. Lille have only lost 3 games all season in the league. That's mad, bro.
That's really good.
only
man.
3 fixtures all
Yeah,
season
they've
they've
been
lost.
consistent. Man.
PSG have lost 8. So it's like,
What's
Yeah,
the-
but it takes one game.
yeah.
That's true. All it takes is one
Yeah.
game.
PSG
bad,
have to face Man City. They have to face also the finals in their League Cup. But like it comes down to it. If Leo just stay consistent and just really get those next 3 wins, they're done. That's
Yeah,
it. They get the win.
just pass to the Turks.
Pass to the Canadian.
And again, if
Not
if,
bad.
if
Spurs,
PSG
bro.
if PSG stay healthy, if Mbappe and Neymar stay healthy and nothing happens to them in the next couple of games, like that's it. They can definitely hope that Leo lose points somewhere, and they can take this home.
That'd be cool to see Lille win.
Yeah, well,
low-key.
Bro,
I think-
Joe Dave in the Champions League, man. Woo.
yeah. At the end of the day, another Canadian in the Champions League, like,
never hurt.
I feel like,
nice.
but
Well,
Really nice.
no, he's already in Champions League, no doubt. It's top 2. They're still in Champions League. No way.
Yeah, of course.
him
Yeah.
lifting a trophy, like that would be nice to see.
That'd be
But
sick.
kudos to the coach, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
low key.
It's
Like, do we not realize that they're playing a Jose Fonts center back? This guy's like 38,
What's wrong with that, bro?
38, and
Yeah,
he's
This
balling.
is permanent, bro.
I've seen some shouts. Top 5 manager this season.
Yeah,
And
he's
yeah,
he's
so
really
it's-
really
it's
well.
fucking
He's-
Gaitier.
could
like-
be.
Saw it on some IG stories.
because like
IG story. I think the IG story had him listed as number 2. Currently,
Yeah.
like this season, the second
Who
best.
they have won?
Conte.
I think-
Alright.
Conte
I
won.
think it was
Conte,
Yeah,
or-
it was Conte. Then Pep was involved as well, and then you had Galtier, you had Flick, and you had Tuchel.
Is
as
this
well,
his first
rounding out the
season?
top 5 gaffers.
is this
Who,
his-
Galtier?
yeah.
I
Ah.
doubt it.
Couldn't tell you.
Double check on that
think-
because that would be crazy too to realize if it's like,
Like
his
his
first or second.
season at Lille.
Yeah, like his first or second season,
You're
that would be
saying?
still crazy. Yeah, but like
They have so many
No, you
ballers though. Like,
they
He's
have
been at Lille since
Yazidi.
2017.
okay, but the amount of like people say like that other teams have a lot of like what's it called players on the oh my gosh, I can't even say now.
This guy always loses his word.
I know.
Yeah.
But they have so much they have so much talent on the bench as well. Like they don't really start like Yilmaz hasn't been starting much, but he still comes off the bench and balls. They have the Brazilian guy, I think
Yilmaz
Araujo.
is their top scorer.
So not Yaziki too.
Yazici. Yeah,
They have
Yazici,
Araujo.
Kone, they have
Kone, Bamba,
Yeah,
like
Timothy Weah.
Timothy
Yeah,
Weah as
they're one of
well.
those teams that like they just have like a solid foundation. They play like, solid defensively, and then they just have like those tricky attackers that can create danger for them. Like they've only conceded 22 goals all year.
Yeah.
Like a lot of their success has been coming off of making sure they don't concede. That's why Mike Magnon has the most clean sheets in the league as well, right? Like they try to make sure they don't
Yeah.
concede, and then they poach 1 or 2 goals in the counterattack. Like very similar. Like they kind of low key remind me a little bit of like the way Leicester played when
Yeah,
they won
a
the
little
league. Just very counterattacking. They have like those tricky wingers. Target man striker can finish those chances. So it's pretty interesting to see.
No, for
Yeah.
sure.
Exactly.
Well, man, 3 games left in the league. We'll see who wins that, man. Well, obviously, we're all definitely rooting for Lille here, unless we got some PSG fans.
Just to see something different, man. See the Canadian get that
no,
trophy.
definitely want Lille to win, 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool to see some fresh faces like starting to win the leagues. Like you have Inter starting to win. They won this year. Leo potentially, right? Premier League
Rangers.
is always almost a different winner. You don't really see too many repeat winners like in the Prem. It's always kind of a different, maybe 1 or 2 years. Maybe you have a back to back, but it's usually pretty steady with the Prem. I think that's why it makes it entertaining, right? I think now that's why you're starting to see more people tune into Liga a little bit. More people tune into La Liga
Serie
now
A.
to see this title race. More people tuning into Serie A now to see these other teams playing, because before it used to be just a one horse race, and it's like it kind of gets a little bit dead. But now it's like you're seeing these title races, you're seeing these other players stepping up, these new teams stepping up, and it just makes everything a little bit more interesting because they're playing for something. Whereas
And that's
before,
what I think.
you wouldn't be attracted to it, right?
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
think is
Yeah.
more important. I'd rather there be a lot more competition within the league than create this super league where you see these teams playing every single week. Like that's what people think. Oh, we bring the super league in when there'll be a lot more views for football fans around the world. No, man, you just need to have good competitive football within league football, and that's where people will
And
be
it
like,
makes
oh
it
shit.
entertaining.
It's like, oh shit, like look at this.
Yeah.
Lille is competing with PSG. Like let's tune in. Or like
Especially at the end of the seasons, like look at Barca. They lost to a thing. How crazy is that? How crazy does that make the league now? Like everything's more crazy. Like it's
Close,
legit.
man.
It's legit. Every game matters now, and that was.
It'll be great for soccer and even French soccer if Lille win this league.
Yeah,
It'll
for
give
sure.
it much more credibility.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it'll bring a lot of more fans to the Liga too. Because let's be honest, like PSG was dominating. Like who's gonna want to watch their teams lose all the time, right? But now you can see,
but now it's like maybe you can have a team like Leo build up a strong side, right?
and they'll give confidence to you, like to you and like the team you support. Maybe we can do the same thing. Maybe we can be PSG. We can do something like this.
we'll see some more Liga fans around the area here.
Yeah,
a lot more Lille jerseys going around.
Maybe.
I've seen a couple.
Maybe some Montpellier,
Actually?
some Marseille jerseys.
I don't think I've ever seen an actual Liga fan.
I mean, Ryan
You got
Chicatano.
Yeah.
He's a big PSG fan.
Back in the
that's,
day, yeah.
that's it.
But yeah, speaking about a league that's still struggling with competition, man, is
We have the
There was
no league
no league play
in
this
the
week, but
Bundesliga.
yeah,
We had a nice little Pokal weekend. Some two I guess teams that you might expect to be there, and then two teams that you probably wouldn't expect to be there. The first fixture that was on Friday afternoon was actually, I watched the game. It was actually like, it was a chippy game, man. It was like aggressive. Both teams were going at it. Like there's tackles flying all over the place. The ref kept his card in the pocket, in his pocket for the most part. But like he could have been thrown all yellow cards like it was nothing.
It was
Leipzig,
semifinals?
they were, semifinal. Leipzig versus Bremen was the first one, and it was just like a chippy game. That they like both teams are creating some chances. Like they're both playing like really aggressive. And then it took it literally 0-0 up until extra time. And then Huang came on,
Oh yeah.
put Leipzig up ahead 1-0. And then I think a lot of people, I thought, okay, that's probably done. Leipzig are just going to hold it down now. Bremen, they're tired. They're defending all game. But then Bittencourt with a big goal in the 106th minute to tie it up.
Jeez.
Big Bittencourt. And then just when I think everybody was ready for pens, like I was watching, okay, it's going to be an interesting penalty shootout. Everyone's kind of like probably getting ready to get like their penalty list ready. And then big Forsberg, a nice little goal. They cross the ball in, and then Huang nods it across to Forsberg, and Forsberg just comes in with a nice little flying kick, and he puts it home. So 121st minute,
really,
Leipzig
holy,
secure the winner.
Damn.
So it was a pretty entertaining game, like for like the whole game. Pretty much the opposite of the Dortmund game, which was entertaining for the first like 40 minutes, and then it was pretty much just like a training exercise after that.
Yeah.
It was a big bring on the
points, eh?
subs.
I don't know, was it 4-0?
5-0.
5.
It was 5-0.
6.
5 goals in the first half.
6,
Yeah, it was
7.
5 goals in the first half, but like it's one of those, like it was kind of tricky because like, man, Kiel, like they're a team that they showed that they can be pesky. They knocked Bayern out of the competitions. Like anybody that can take Bayern out of a competition, they have, they're probably pretty organized.
Wait,
but
yeah.
is this the
Kiel, I think,
second division team?
Yeah.
They're the second division. They knocked
And,
Bayern out.
and they're in the semifinals?
Yeah.
Was Bayern their last Bayern was their last competition?
No, they played a team previously.
Yeah,
Let me
right?
find it for you.
It was Bayern, then someone else, and then Dortmund.
Let me find this playoff here. Yes, they beat Bayern, then they beat Darmstadt, then they beat Essen, and then they lost to Dortmund. So they beat two teams after they beat
Wow.
Bayern. So like, it was
That's
one of
pretty
those
crazy.
competitions where they're definitely like a well organized team. But I think what really hurt them, and because I definitely think they're probably a better team than the 5-0 showed, but they had like a huge COVID issue, and basically they didn't play for like a month.
What?
So now, like all those fixtures that they had in that month,
Yeah.
they've been playing like every 2 days or every 3 days.
Jeez.
And you
Jeez.
can tell by like the 30th minute, the players were dead because it's like you're
Why
playing
even?
every
Why
other
even?
day,
Yeah,
so
like
it's you
why
don't have any
even?
rest.
Why even practice? Like those are literally your practice sessions of the games.
Yeah, and you can tell
Yeah,
like,
no time to
the
practice.
coach literally like as soon as it was like 2-0, the coach like started subbing players off, and he's like, you can tell the players like, okay, you know what, we just need to get through this game. Let's not embarrass ourselves. and they need to focus more on the league because they're still fighting to get promoted because now they have all these games to
That's crazy.
to make up.
That's the thing.
So
Like,
one of those situations where, like, you know what, we had a good run, but like, what means more? Does it mean more for us, do we maybe try to win this cup, or does it mean more for us to actually have like a good season in the Bundesliga where you're going to be getting more financial compensation, right? And you have a better chance of the kind of building the club. So pretty interesting final. You have Red Bull and Dortmund, so it should be a pretty fun one. May 13th.
May 13th, nice.
That means Dortmund, they're going to be playing each other back to back. So they're going to be playing each other on the weekend. I believe it's the 8th. And then they'll be playing each other a few days later. So it's definitely going to be a pretty tricky one for Dortmund.
Some good games on the 8th.
They would want to obviously win those games, but it's going to be tough because Red Bull's only lost back-to-back games once this season. And it was against, I think they lost against, I believe it was City. I want to say City. I don't know if it was City. And then they also lost against Gladbach. So that was the only time they lost back-to-back this season. So beating the same team twice in like 5 days is always going to be tough for Dortmund. So we'll see because it's going to be tricky because it's tough.
And we'll definitely see like closer to the date too. Like, is Dortmund going to be in a better spot that they don't really have to focus more in the league? Can they go and focus on this to win this final, get an actual trophy? Like Dortmund, I feel like Dortmund needed
more important,
right? Top four is definitely more important.
The thing. Like the trophy is definitely good. Like,
who doesn't want a trophy?
Things that's like it's definitely good, but like I think for the club, like obviously qualifying for Champions League means a lot more because it's going to mean your players are probably going to be more happy and likely to stay. B, you're probably able to attract better talent, and then C, you have
financial
more
support,
money, right? That you can do, right? The cup is cool, but I think it's one of those things where if it comes down to it, I think the club would rather have top four, but the players, would obviously like a trophy, right?
So at the end of the day, you fight, you play for trophies.
You need to win out.
Yeah. Who
At
doesn't
the end
like
of the day, I think
winning a
Dortmund
trophy?
knew like the situation they got themselves in, they needed to kind of win out. Just because like they need to win out, but they also need to kind of hope that maybe Wolfsburg or Frankfurt can maybe slip up a little bit, maybe drop a point or two.
Yeah. Because where's Leipzig in the table right now?
They're second.
Leipzig are pretty safe. Like Leipzig, they're in second. I don't think they're really gonna fall. Like they're safe for Champions League. They're probably not gonna catch Bayern. Like Bayern haven't won the title yet, but it's pretty much like just a matter of time.
I think if they lose this weekend, if Leipzig lose points this weekend, then it's pretty much settled.
Yeah, well, I think last weekend if Bayern won, they would have won it, but they lost.
They lost.
It just literally Bayern wins their next game. It's pretty much it.
Yeah, so Bayern like just trying to win the next game. Lewandowski is just trying to break the goal record, and that's pretty much all they're playing for.
So that might be a thing.
Season when they bring in Mr. Nagelsmann.
Yeah, Leipzig might rest their players for the weekend against Bayern, and then just go for the cup because again they're secured. They're pretty much secured. Like they're only there's quick math here, man. 7 points. 7 points difference with Wolfsburg, right?
They're pretty safe in top four.
Yeah,
I don't know if they'll rest the players. Who knows? It would be nice because that would mean hopefully Dortmund could have an easier time for that game. But I think if for Dortmund, they know they need to, if they want to win the trophy and make top four, you can't lose a game. You probably can't even tie a game.
No, for
you
sure.
have to win out, right? So they've been on a pretty good streak as of late. So let's just hope they can keep it up. But we'll see, right? There's a few games left in the season, so this time of the season is looking fun for pretty much every league. A lot of exciting games.
There's definitely big games on like the Saturdays. Just the Saturday we have the Atletico Madrid Barcelona at 10:15. We'll see if you guys post it whether we're gonna go live.
Yeah, so stay tuned. We might be going live for that.
I wouldn't mind. I'd love to do that. But then we also have the Leipzig Bayern game at 9:30 as well on the Saturday. And at 12 o'clock, there's a Man City Chelsea game where Chelsea are gonna have to go and get these points to kind of secure their top four. So we'll see.
Yeah, and I think if Man City win that, they win the title too. No,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We might see some champions this week.
A lot of good footy, man. A lot of good footy coming up, and man, don't forget the Euros, man. The Copa America, man. A lot of content,
man.
A lot of content coming out. For the Manda.
We just want this COVID to end so we can get together. We can go talk to people. We can chat. We can get some guests in. We can definitely
get some more footy content for you guys.
Some more content for you guys, yeah. So, again, thank you, everyone, for tuning in to another episode. What is it again? Episode number what?
33.
33. Please like, subscribe. Definitely, honestly, share the love to everyone you know, all the football fans everywhere.
Follow us on YouTube.
We
Follow us on
have
Twitch.
officially opened up our Discord channel for everyone in this community to definitely join. We have our different chats set up for Serie A, Liga, La Liga, Bundesliga, Premier League. So definitely join.
Yeah, come chat with the mandem.
We're
Discord
gonna
should
have
be linked
we'll have
under the YouTube video.
Yep,
Yeah,
we'll have some live sessions going on here. Definitely some moments where we can just talk and just chat about everything and everything football.
Chat with the guys.
We got
and the girls.
notifications set up when we post new videos. You guys can definitely get notification. Then again, just want to build a community for everyone to enjoy and just spread, talk about football.
Let's just enjoy some football and some company together, guys.
Some Canadian football,
Let's
man.
spread the love.
Yeah,
Let's grow this Canadian football, lads. So yeah, let's build this community. And thanks again, everyone, for all the support, love. Again, Thursday nights around 8 o'clock, our Twitch stream is gonna go up. We'll be live, so join us there. Definitely leave comments in the chat.
League recap.
A lot of questions. Just no Roma fans, please. I don't want to make you guys look silly when it comes down to it.
Come on, Roma fans can come. Don't discriminate, bro.
I'm kidding. You guys are welcome to come.
Banter, dudes.
Alrighty, guys. Thanks again. Thank you. Cheers. Bye.
Later, guys. Deuces.
Bye.